Good afternoon, everybody. It's Aaron at Alpine Slot Cars. We're going to go ahead and do the raffle drawing for the raffle we run in the last few weeks. And then Oliver from Professor Motor left us a bunch of parts. So we're going to go ahead and raffle that off for you guys today as well. I'll explain how we're doing that part after I do the initial drawing for the car. So without further ado, winner for that one is going to be Pierce Nolan. So Pierce, whenever you go through and get a chance to go through and come up, I know you guys are, 6 hours away. So next time you guys go through and come on by, Pierce, you'll go through and get any of the cars out of the case. The only ones that aren't allowed are the big fancy box sets and stuff like that. But anything from Slotted, Scaletrix, NSR, any of that stuff, you're welcome to go through and pick from. Appreciate you guys all coming and doing the drawing with us. But yeah, so the Professor Motor stuff that Oliver left with us, I basically numbered everything from 1 to 50. If you won a car during the race itself, or if you got any other winnings throughout the day, we took your name off of the list, and then I also removed my name, John's name, Nate, Jimmy, Dennis. I took all of our names out as well. So I got left with 20 names. There's 50 items. So I'm basically going to draw a name. I'm going to pull 2 numbers, and you'll get those 2 numbered items off the counter. The last 10 items that are from that, we'll go through and leave as like a communal parts, pot, so to speak. So if you go through and come up to go through and get your 2 parts or, items, if it's something that you're not particularly going to use or anything, you're more than welcome to go through and swap with on one of those 10 parts. And then after we've run everybody through those last bits of 10 parts, we'll just go through and kind of hand out to anybody if anybody wants them. If not, they'll just go through and sit up here and, for a rainy day if anybody needs the said parts. So with that, I go through and draw my first name. It's going to be Eddie Dumas, and he's going to go through and get parts number 28 and 31. So 31 is going to be a package of spacers, PMTR 1029, and then number 31, or number 28. Probably should have organized this better so you guys don't have a 15-minute video. I lost the number 28. Oh, right here. The package of tire container organizers, part organizers, what have you. Put that over here with Eddie's name. Next name we're going to pull out of here is Pierce Nolan. Pierce is going to go through and get parts number 21 and 11. So 21 is a NSR 3028. It's a long can 38K. And then part number 11 is going to be a PMTR 1130. This is one of the old school thin bar magnets that we used to use on the bottom of our builds. Leave those over here with Pierce. Next name we're going to take out of the container will be Oliver Bennett. So Oliver will get part numbers number 40 and 25. All right, so number 40 is going to be might have moved it over here. Part 40 is PMTR 1157. It's one of the Professor Motor 3D printed guide flags. And then number 25 is I can find it. There we go. It is a short can 32,000 RPM motor, NSR 3042. Put that with Oliver's name. Next name we're going to pull out of the container is going to be Erica Mann. Erica will get parts number 22 and 43. Part number 43 is 43 is also a PMTR 1157. It's going to be a 3D printed guide flag from Professor Motor. And then number 22 is a 60 millimeter hard steel axle, NSR 4866. Leave those over here with Erica's name. Next name we're going to pull out is going to be Alicia Emmerich. Those over there. Parts Alicia will go through and get are, oh, it's the name container. Looking at part number 30 and part number 14. All right, so part 14 is going to be the PMTR 8017Gs. It's a pair of 17-inch gold rims. Put that over here. And then part number 30 is going to be PMTR 1140. It's a set of plastic axle spacers. Set that over here with Alicia's name. Next name out of the container is Doug Myers. Appreciate you coming in and racing with us, Doug. It's been a while since I've seen you on a track. Part numbers that we're going to go through and pull out for that. It's going to be number 35 and number 12. All right, so part number 12 is going to be PMTR 1030, the old school flat bar magnets for the bottom of your modified NSR cars. And then part number 35 is NSR 4845. It's a racing pickup guide. It's basically a stock guide flag with the screw-in top instead of the snap-in. So we'll leave these over here for Mr. Doug. Next name out of the container is going to be Carrie Petty. Miss Carrie will go through and get part numbers 42 and 13. Part number 42 is going to be a set of axle spacers from axle spacers or pod spacers of the like, PMTR 1029. And then part number 13 is, I believe, the last of the PMTR 1030s, the old school thin magnets. We'll leave those over here with Miss Carrie's name. Next name out of the list is going to be Brett Ward. Brett will go through and get parts number 29 and 15. Part 15 is PMTR 8017G. It's the other set of gold rims we got from Oliver. Again, those are 17 millimeters, so you can go through and put them on your modified if you choose to do so. It's a regular set screw size. And then we got part number 29, which is going to be PMTR 1157. It's another guide flag from Professor Motor. Put those over here. Next name in the list is going to be Trevor Bentley. Same to you as well, Trevor. Haven't seen you race in a while. I appreciate you guys coming out last Saturday. All of you guys, in all honesty. Part numbers for him is going to be parts number 6 and part number 9. Works for me. I don't have to get those confused again. All right, so part number 6 is going to be PMTR 1148. It's a package of braid. And then part 9 is PMTR 1037. It's a set of the small button wafer magnets. We'll leave that over here for Mr. Bentley. Next name we're going to pull out is Adam Petty. Adam will go through and get parts number 4 and 27. All right, so part number 4 is going to be PMTR 8017B. It's the same thing as the gold rims that the last couple of people have gone through and gotten, but these ones are blue. Also 17 millimeter. And then part number 27 is missing, I believe. Or I'm blind. One of the two. Nope, here we go. PMTR 1314, another set of plastic organizing containers and such. Leave those over here for Mr. Petty. Next name pulled is Aiden Green. Aiden will go through and get part numbers 5 and 37. All right, so part number 5 is going to be PMTR 1157. It's another one of the guide flags from Professor Motor. And then part number 37 is going to be NSR 6627. It's a angle winder gear. Only difference between this and the normal gears that we run is this one is plastic with a balanced hub versus the normal metal gears we run, but it is still allowed in the modified. Next name from the list is going to be Mike Mann. So Mike will go through and get parts numbers 45 and 36. All right, so part 36 is going to be NSR 6626. It's a angle winder soft plastic gear. This is a 26 tooth. The one Aiden received is a 27 tooth. And then part 45 will be NSR 6324. It is a 24 tooth inline gear with a brass balanced hub. We'll leave this over here for Mr. Mann. Next name out of the list will be John Mulray. Parts that Mulray will receive are number 38 and number 17. So number 17 is a set of NSR 5200s, the set of all 4 tires. And then part number 38 is going to be NSR 7315. It's a set of 15 tooth pinions for angle winder. So we'll leave these over here for Mr. Mulray. Next name off the list is going to be Nick McMillan. Nick will go through and receive part numbers 33 and number 2. All right, so part number 33 is going to be PMTR 1028. It is what we call a dog bone magnet. These are normally going into slotted cars and the like. And then part number 2 is going to be PMTR 1120. It's a red tech block. I'll leave these over here for Mr. Nick. Next name off the list will be Matt Green. Matt Green will receive part number 3 and number 1. So part number 3 is going to be PMTR 8017B. It's a set of blue 17-inch or 17 millimeter rims. And then part 1 will be the PMTR 1121. It's the blue tech block. Which goes over there. Next name off the list is going to be Coach Mac. Coach Mac will receive part numbers 23 and 39. All right, so part number 39 is going to be PMTR 1029. It's a set of guide flag and pod spacers. And then part number 23 is going to be NSR 4872. It's a non-magnetic 55 millimeter hollowed out axle. Leave those over here for Coach Mac. Next name will be Mike Burkhead. Oops. Mike Burkhead is going to get numbers 24 and 46. So part number 46 is going to be NSR 7210. It's a set of plastic 10-tooth pinions for a Sidewinder. And then part number 24 is NSR 4802. It's a 54 millimeter axle. It's a commonly used axle in any and all NSR classes. Put those over here. Next name is going to be Matt Emmerich. Matt's going to get part numbers 44 and 20. All right, so part number 44 is going to be NSR 1257. It's a medium strength, it's a black Evo pod. And then NSR 5265 for part number 20. It's a set of 19.5 by 13 formula wheels for the stock rears on a Formulus 8689. He's over here. Second to last name here is going to be Robert Emmerich. Right? Yeah. Robert Emmerich. He's going to get part numbers 19 and 48. So 19 is going to be NSR 1229. It's a medium suspension kit for triangular pods, what we were using in our Indy builds for the Nomeg Indy race. And then part 48 is going to be NSR 4843. It's one of your regular snap-in extended guide flags that we use for modified Mosler and GT3. And then last but certainly not least is Miss Audrey Pinkney. And her two parts to go home with will be 49 and 32. So part 49 is going to be NSR 4843. It's another long flag guide flag. And then number 32 is going to be PMTR 1028. It's another dog bone magnet for slotted cars. But yeah, put that over here as well. So as you can see, I still got a few parts left. Suspension kit, some tires, other magnets, another guide flag, pod for the Indy chassis and what have you. So whenever you go through and come up here to get your parts, if there's anything in this that interests you more than what we drew for you, you can swap them out, no big deal. And then the last bits and pieces of parts that we still have, we'll go through and just kind of keep on the side in case somebody breaks something, anybody walks in and needs it. We've got the parts that we can just hand people if they're having a rough time or what have you. But I appreciate you guys all racing with us this past Saturday. Looking forward to seeing you guys this coming Saturday for our Box Stock GT3 race that we're having on the small track. And then Sunday we'll be hosting House Rules LMP on Phoenix. And then at some point, either later today or tomorrow, we'll go through and get your new spring series announced for you guys. So appreciate it. You guys have a good one, and we will see you later. Race on.